What's up, guys? Matt and I are back, late night football. Shooting this video, not even that late now, it's more like midday football. But yeah, so this is basically going to be a video. We're just going to talk about current affairs happening in football right now. Mourinho to Tottenham, Pochettino getting the sack. Speaking about VAR, whether we're pro VAR, against VAR, or and Leicester the real deal this season. So do you want to kick us off? We'll start off with let's start off with the Mourinho and the Poch.
Okay, so I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
First up, good decision or bad decision, and why?
Okay, it's hard because
argue for each.
Okay, so for Poch, for the sacking of Poch, it's a bit rough, especially because you think the league form wasn't the great end of last season and this season, so the stats and the whole having to run away in this calendar year, since Jan, it's really alarming, 100%. But for someone like Pochettino, who's really taken this club Tottenham from, very average status to a permanent top 4 fixture and the feature in the top 4, taking them to a Champions League final. That's something that Spurs I don't think would have dreamed of. So
built a team out of no money.
Yeah,
he was never given money.
Literally,
this is the first season he was.
They didn't buy anyone that season, and they got to the Champions League final.
Delhi from the youth. Well, did he even buy him? I'm sure he came from the youth.
No.
Kane from the youth, brought him in. Yeah. Most of them, Dyer, all of them.
Yeah. So he's really taken this club in the last, and he's been there for 5 years, which is a lot. In this kind of modern day times for managers, you don't really last 5 years, but he's there for 5 years, and it's as soon as you have one bad patch for you to be sacked, it's a bit harsh. It's all his work, all his kind of thing that he's done is all kind of for nothing. I think it should have bought him what he's done for this club. Should have bought him the season at least. They should have given him the entire season, because I feel Tottenham are a good squad, and they were going through a rough patch, but I don't think they would have been languishing in 15th by the end of the season. I just do not see that happening. So I think they could have given him a season more. Bring in Mourinho. Hey, special one, Jose.
good things and bad things to say about him.
Yeah, left from this club right here. Yeah. We sacked him too, and now he's at Tottenham. Interesting. Hey, don't get me started. But look, I think it's a decent appointment. It's not a terrible appointment. Let's just say that, because he is he hasn't his last kind of thing. He hasn't really flipping set the world alight with United and his time there, and Chelsea second coming. But every club he goes to and he's been at, he wins trophies. He has at Chelsea, second coming, won us the league. I think he won the. Did he win the League Cup? Maybe not, but he might have won the League Cup as well. Left, obviously got sacked there. Went to United. He won them the Europa League and the FA Cup. Literally. So you can't fault his track record for
although he may play boring football.
Yeah.
But it's winning football at the same time.
Exactly.
And the way Tottenham squad are, I would think that they're gonna always be a bit more attacking than he would even like them to be.
Yeah.
So
just with the kind of squad that they have, you can't really sit back with Son and them, and Son, Lucas Moura, Harry Kane, and so far they played 2 games. They played 2 games and Mourinho scored 7 goals. So they're scoring side right now, and I think all Mourinho is going to do is tighten up the defense, which is something that they've really been missing, and I think they'll do well, but Mourinho is a bit of a short-term kind of fix.
I think just to win something. I think they just need a trophy. It's been almost 12 years since Spurs won a trophy.
Yeah.
12 years, that's a long time.
And that trophy was probably the League Cup or something. It wasn't even
it
wasn't even an FA Cup or a league or a champs. It wasn't a big thing. It was a small thing. So it's he might come in, win them a trophy or 2, but long term, we know the Mourinho effect. 3 years and you're out. He's gonna by the 3rd season, he might be falling. Team might be falling apart again. So I don't know if it's so short term. Like I said, short term, good decision. But long term, I don't know if it was the right one. Tottenham could have gone for like, I don't know, Eric Ten Hag from Ajax, really good manager, really good young manager, promotes youth like Pochettino, almost like similar breed of kind of person, from Ajax. They could have gone for like you see, like if they really wants to get rid of Poch, like wait till the season, go for an Ajax and Eric Ten Hag, or go for who's this? I think it's I don't know if he's managing the manager of, I think it's some German team. I'm not sure if it's Mönchengladbach or it's Leipzig.
Probably.
But it's one of the two.
Mönchengladbach, yeah, they're doing really well.
Yeah, but like again, another really good, decent manager who's doing some big things, playing some youth, looking good, playing some good football. So I think Tottenham could have gone for that kind of person. Allegri's still out of a job as well.
Allegri,
like
well.
someone who's got pedigree, a manager with like a real status about him. Like they could have definitely gone for someone else, I think. But Mourinho, knows the Premier League, so. I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. The appointment to them a 7 out of 10. I think it wasn't too. It could have been better, but like it's not bad. I think he'll sort them out this season. They'll probably like turn around their form, make top 4. I think, maybe not top 4, but top 6 for sure. Even though they're languishing in like 9th right now, 10th.
Do you think? No, but do you think that the players have something to do with Poch going?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
there's a lot of rumors about like people or some players like Harry Kane and I think Lucas Moura and them being like really relieved and they're more excited and they can play now.
Yeah.
And there's rumors that Poch hadn't like attended a training session in about 2 months, stuff like that. So I don't know. Maybe there was something going on behind the scenes because also this was the first season they gave him money.
Yeah.
To spend, which is a bit weird considering that he's done so well with him.
It's weird though because like you say, there definitely had to be some like some background like stuff that we don't know about for him to, especially for him to be sacked away with it, and for the team to be performing in like such a negative way that they have been. It definitely, something must have been wrong. There's also rumors about like the whole Vertonghen with Eriksen's wife and all that stuff. So like stuff like that can really split a team and that kind of thing. So like people taking sides and it really can split a team. And Lucas wasn't starting. Lucas might have wanted to start. There's been things about Poch overtraining them. Apparently they're working really hard, and you can see that Tottenham's pressing hasn't been on point, and like maybe they're just tired. Apparently he's been working them really hard, training wise. So like, I think it was just I think everyone's relieved. I think. Not just like because they still respect him as a manager. Like all of them, like quite a few of the Spurs players were like on Instagram or whatever, Twitter saying, thank you, you taught me so much, and like I've had you my friend or whatever.
Maybe it was time to go.
Yeah, because you don't see that when managers get sacked. You don't really see that often. Like where people, So like, I think it's still like they still had a decent relationship, but I think it was like, look, it's my time and it's your time. I think like right now. It just gotta end. It's like this relationship isn't working anymore. But that's Mourinho Poch. Leicester. Are Leicester the real deal? First question. Yes or no, are Leicester gonna make top 4?
I personally believe they will. I don't know about you. But for me, like they are overperforming in my opinion. But if out of all the teams that I've seen this season, there's definitely a gap, but there's definitely the top 4 is definitely Liverpool in terms of like performing and what they've done and how they look. Liverpool, City, Chelsea, Leicester. I don't think second. I think they will end up coming 4th, but because they're overperforming, like if Vardy just goes on a rough patch, that could like just kill them because he's definitely been he's almost at a shot to goal. Like every time he takes a shot, he's scoring. So
he's an insane.
But as it stands, I would definitely say they're in the top 4 best teams in England right now. And I think they can keep that up because the other teams, Man United, Arsenal, are not looking good. Tottenham are going to turn a corner and they could come and pinch that 4th spot. I don't see Arsenal, United coming, but Spurs have definitely still got a long way to go. If they want to get into top 4.
It's actually laughable. It's really funny. I'm not gonna lie, especially me being a Chelsea supporter. Seeing Arsenal United suffer isn't the worst thing. And the fact that like that's actually crazy. The fact that like Tottenham sacked Pochettino before Arsenal sacked Emery.
No, that's
like That's insane. I don't know how that man's still in his job. Like that guy, hey, I don't know. But like
Gazidis.
Corky and the boys, our troops. Shout out my man Troops. AFTV, we know you're watching. But like I can say I don't think. Okay, me personally, Leicester top 4. I don't think they will. I think they'll be Europa League. I think they'll be 5th or 6th. But I don't see them making top 4 because they're massively overperforming. Expected goals has them like way less. Expected goals conceded, they've conceded like less than they've been expected to. If you look at those stats, the underlying stats basically tell us that right now they're overperforming and it can't last. Like it's not going to last. Like Vardy is right now just tearing it up, but like he is his goal scoring effect is going to go down. Like it can't.
But the thing is, you say that, but like all the things back in 2015-16 said that they're gonna stop, they're gonna burn out, they're gonna whatever, and they never did. They kept on winning. They kept on beating big teams.
Yeah.
They kept on performing, and at this stage, even if they don't get results against all the top sides,
yeah.
But for me, they're so clinical. They all the bottom sides. They're not struggling at all. They're getting wins very easily. If they keep doing that, and they've got a good run of fixtures now where they can really push ahead.
Yeah.
Really good squad. If they keep doing that, for me, it's not a question, but
I don't know. It depends. Like, yeah, 100%.
It's really hard to call.
They had that title-winning season where they were like insane and like no one saw it coming, 100%. But I just don't like I've watched Leicester play and like they play really well, but like it hasn't been breathtaking stuff. And I really do back Tottenham to like pick up their form. I think if I had to say, I think Tottenham will take that last spot in the top 4. I think Leicester will come 5th, and United, Arsenal, who knows? Sheffield United could come 6th. Burnley could come 6th.
Yeah,
this Premier League season, this season is just on some other type of drugs. I don't know what's happening. Like
no, but actually, there's about 3 points between 7th and like 17th.
Yeah,
something stupid. I can actually get it for you now.
Like
it's
imagine
crazy.
That. No, but
this season.
My thing. No, but it's like everyone's doing like the people who you thought would be like decent are not. The people you thought would be like not are like. I predicted Sheffield United to come 20th in the league, and they've been sitting in 5th for like how long, and now they're in 6th. I predicted.
Yeah, the difference between
I thought Watford and Southampton were going to be like decently mid-table, and West Ham.
West Ham.
Like
sorry, Spencer, my boy. Spencer.
West Ham bought Haller, like. For now, so like they've been like some good signings, and they're like languishing in 17th. I think.
Literally, there's 4 points.
No, sorry. Yeah, actually 17.
Between
I think they've won 2 points in like the last 7 games.
4 points between 16th and 6th.
That's crazy.
13 games in.
Dude, I don't know what's happening.
One win, and you like.
Yeah, but that's what Tottenham were like 15th, and now they're like 10th from one win.
One win.
One win takes you like up 4 places in the table right now. That's how you know, like the difference between 4th and like 6th is like 8 points, like off top 4. It's crazy.
Yeah,
like
okay, the top 4 is like a level above.
Yeah, like if Chelsea, Leicester, City, and Liverpool win their next 3 games in a row, the gap between top 4 could genuinely like between the top 4 and the rest could genuinely be like at like 10 points.
And there's not many hard fixtures amongst the top 4.
And so if the gap is at like 10 points, like. It could really get like really hard for the Tottenhams and the things to catch up. Like maybe Leicester can run away with it if they keep this form through December, especially with like the amount of fixtures that they have. If they can go and like win all the games in December, like I don't see anyone catching them because like Tottenham and them are just dropping points everywhere, like left, right, and centre. Arsenal and shambles. Their last game against Southampton. Like they should have lost like 5-2. Like they're the luckiest team I've ever seen in my life. Like Southampton were playing games with them. It was that bad. Like it was laughable. Southampton should have scored 5 goals in that game. Like in genuine, and it was just being stupid. Like Cedric couldn't pass a ball across the goal for him to tap it in. Like he messed up that. Like it was one of those games. So I just don't. Yeah, United. I guess it was a good comeback, but like a Sheffield United.
United, man.
So hey. Let's just say I can say if the top 4 teams have a good Christmas like period, December, it might be a bit too hard for the rest of the teams to catch them up.
Yeah, but I am personally scared for Liverpool because with this extra Club World Cup We still in the League Cup. The FA Cup will start around then, and the champs. It's going to be really hard for us because we're really missing a fixture against West Ham, where they have to catch up because of the Club World Cup. Then we have to send 2 different squads to play the League Cup and the Club World Cup. December is just going to be madness for us.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help now with this whole 2-week January or February winter break that they're having, because now the fixtures are just even more clustered.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is City's chance to catch up to you if they are. Like, you guys could really drop points.
Drop points, yeah.
So if you guys manage to get through December unscathed, I think you'll win the league. But if you drop points,
but usually December's our worst month. Usually, if you look back, December's always our worst month because we have a load of midfielders that we can rotate, but we don't have the attackers. Once our front 3 is off, we look like a different team. Our defense, we don't have
back Origi and Shaqiri and the boys.
Matip is injured. We really don't have defense. Sepp van den Berg is 17 years old, is gonna have to play. All these youngsters.
You are Joe Gomez.
Joe Gomez will play, but that means Lovren and Van Dijk,
and Joe
Gomez and Sepp van den Berg.
Hey.
Exactly. So it's just I just hope we do decently in the league.
Yeah,
that's the main thing.
Yeah, because if you can come out of December unscathed, you'll probably win. But if you drop points and City start catching up,
because City's squad is just ridiculous.
It'll be
City's B team is a league winning team.
Yeah. Hey, you say that, but right now their 18 defense.
Okay, that's the defense because they've
got injuries. Laporte.
That's
how you know. That's how you. It's 2 things. It shows you how big of an influence Fernandinho in midfield and DM and Laporte centre back makes.
Because now Rodri is not injured, which is.
Oh, is he injured again? Oh,
he went off. He went off against you guys.
He played in the Champions League though. He started the Champions League.
Oh, okay, so it's just.
I think it was a small thing.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure he started.
Because that would have been a big problem.
Yeah. Nah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, would not have been great for them.
Okay, then. VARings.
Hey, much. Trust me, when I say we've had fights with people over this VAR nonsense or whatever.
At least we're on the same page.
Yeah. Luckily, I can say we are pro VAR. Listen.
We are.
Now, here's us. Look, VAR hasn't had the best time so far. It's been inconsistent. I think that's my only issue with it, is that it hasn't been consistent. And that can be kind of trained, coach, because it's the first year we've had it. So the referees can be then coached, trained about how to deal with certain situations, that kind of thing, and it can become more consistent because the idea of it's doing something. It's done more positively.
Yes, it's still done more good than bad. I'd say the only downfall of VR right now, besides inconsistency, is that it takes time. But me being also a rugby fan, I'm pretty used to that by now. TMO, it always stops, so it's not a big thing for me.
Mm.
But I just think what would sort VR out properly is the TV on the screen on the side of the field, so the ref can go and he can make his own decision. Because a lot of the time, the ref that is not even at the match, he's watching it from some other place. He doesn't feel obliged to overturn a decision, whereas the ref would be more obliged to overturn his own decision that he's made and it's a mistake. So and then also what I love about it is that it's fair. All the offside things, you cannot argue with it. It's straight up facts.
Even if it's a toe, offside is offside.
That's the rules.
It's not lacquer when it goes against you. It's not great when you For us in the Liverpool-Chelsea game, Mason Mount was his heel was offside, and it was that literally a heel, and we score and make that 1-1, and that's a whole totally different game. We can come back and maybe beat
you probably beat us, not gonna lie, because of the momentum.
Yeah,
and then we go and we score our next goal straight after that,
and then
that's a huge thing for the title race.
Yeah,
huge.
Because then you take away 3 points from Liverpool now. Take away 3 points and the gap to City is what? 5.
Exactly.
5 or 6.
And it'll probably be even less because we'd probably...
Yeah.
maybe it would affect our morale or something.
Yeah, you could have drawn a game after that too. But like, so it's those little fine margins that like it really like they have big effects on league titles. Like 1 or 2 points, like in the instance, it doesn't seem big, but it really is. Like it will make a difference. So like in Liverpool's case, it really that decision got them. They went, scored the second goal, and made sure they closed out that game, even though it was 2-1. Without that, they could have lost that game, and then it's like this title race isn't like they aren't as far ahead. It just becomes like more pressure and that kind of thing.
What I don't understand about people is that so many people complain, or last season complained about like these little things that the ref missed. Oh, he missed this, he missed the penalty, he missed the offside, whatever. And now that VAR is there and it's making these decisions, it's overturning things that are right.
Yeah.
And even if it doesn't overturn something, people are saying, no, what is VAR? Like, why is it not overturning this or whatever? That would be the normal decision. That would be what the ref says.
Yeah.
So you cannot argue that.
Like, it's all it does. Like, obviously, like we said, like there's gonna be errors, and it's human. Like human error. Like it's gonna happen. Whatever thing it is, it's never gonna be perfect. But if the game is like 50% fair, it's taking it to 75, and like that's better. You know,
It's a lot
better for the game. Like even though it's not 100, like it's not gonna be 100% accurate, but it's more accurate than just going off what the referee says. So like, I think you got to be pro VAR. Like, it just needs to. After a while, we'll get used to using it, and like the consistency will come. This is the first season we've seen it in the Prem. So obviously, it's going to be very touch and go about how it is and that kind of thing. But like, I think in the future, like VAR will be a very good thing for football. Like, it really does, you know, take away like the unfair moments of stuff like that, you know. But yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah, I've said what I wanted to say.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a little chat on like the current affairs, Mourinho, VAR, Leicester. Yeah, I think we'll definitely do more of these like kind of talk show podcast vibes, like talk about random stuff in football, just, you know, put our opinions on, maybe invite a couple people over, guests, that kind of thing. But yeah, this was, you know, Late Night Football, myself and Matt, and this is us signing out. Cheers.